welcome to the last episode of the year for Down the Rabbit Hole podcast, episode 27.
Episode 27. Episode 27 is such an odd number to end up. It should be 30.
Well, it should have been, but
But
know.
November and December got very busy.
Got busy, losing steam. Someone's trying to usurp the throne again,
And we did well. It was a good episode.
Well,
Yes.
But
there's
we're back
only
here.
so much that I could handle listening to you talking about that stuff. So,
And was also why I was not in on that week, but it's okay.
All right, so this is a 2023 wrap-up episode, right?
Yeah,
What a
Wrapped
year.
2023. Not
Wrapped.
sponsored, but
exactly.
Yes.
Gonna do things a little differently this episode,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically we're gonna be listing different topics, our favorites of each topic, and just basically doing an overview of what was this previous year across many different topics as well.
Different categories, different topics, different thought processes. But what do we think overall about 2023? It's been an interesting year.
what a rough year.
A
It
challenging
has been
year.
rough.
What a rough year.
Not even just like a personal, not even personally, but like just social, the climate of everything.
Things
Yeah.
happening. Bad things happening.
Well,
The world
Newsflash,
is
the world is
shit.
shit.
Well-
That's like our tagline at this point.
well,
Yeah.
good things happen too. I mean, we launched the podcast, so, can't have it all.
The light in the darkness.
All right, let's start.
That
What
was
do we got?
watching this. All right, let's kick it with some music first, guys.
Yes.
With some music. So what we decided for this topic was that we were going to do top 3 songs, which is sort of unranked, but generally just going to do top 3 songs that were released in this year. Exactly. So
Yes, it has to be released in 2023.
not from last year, not from the previous year before.
I will say this very quickly before you jump into your list.
Here
Yes.
we go.
Does it
Already
not
enjoy-
feel that a lot of 2022 residual bangers, but also the resurgence of old songs actually took up the majority of 2023?
I think so.
I wish there was a place where you could find out how much music collectively was released. Because I feel like this year, well, at least maybe in the genres that we were listening to, it felt like there wasn't a lot of new. I don't know. Surely
But it's also like, I feel like there's lukewarm kind of follow-up albums, like...
all right.
Like
Let's
Your
get to
Boy,
it. Let's get
for
to it. Let's
example.
get to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, I'll kick it off with me
Yeah.
first. So, all right, my top 3 songs for this year would have to be in no particular order: "Personal Effects" by Chromeo,
Uh-huh.
"Hello Love" by Jessie Ware, and "Dance the Night" by Dua Lipa.
A respectable list.
Thank you, thank you.
A very my take on that, it's your personal favorites,
Yeah, yeah.
band wise and whatnot.
Well, because just very quickly, so for example, with Chromeo, so they released some new singles for their album that's going to be coming out next year. So I was like, a lot of their new singles have been very good, have got me excited for this new album. Same for Jessie Ware, like she released her album That Feels Good. It was like a banger of an album as well. But to pick only one song from that album, I just decided to go with Hello Love. 'cause
Didn't
I
you
think
like the Jessie Ware album?
That's
I
my
did,
favorite.
and I just I'm having that moment where I'm like, my list might be changing.
Your
ever so
short list
slightly.
is going...
Yeah. So
Yeah, like I had to pick a song from her album because like yes, her music has been very good. She's always been in a lot of my Spotify Wrapped. But anyway, and then of course Dance the Night. It's from the Barbie soundtrack. I think a lot of movie soundtrack songs this year were like popping off a lot this year. So I had to pick that song as a representative. Also because I think I listened to that. That was like in my top 5, I think, in like most played songs.
100%, and it's also it's benefiting from recency, I guess, but also like having such the event that was Barbie, right?
exactly.
But also it's just a
And Dua Lipa, like she knows how to
Mark
put...
Ronson, you know,
Yeah, they know how to put
like-
out dance hits.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, I'm passing it off.
What's
All
yours?
right.
This one. Probably heard enough
You've
of
had
it.
a lot of trouble.
I've had a lot of trouble. Full transparency. I've had short list on short list on short list, and I've got a couple of amendments on the fly.
You can't change,
Yes,
man.
Up
yes,
until the
yes.
last
If it
moment.
changed,
Yes,
it
yes,
means
yes.
you didn't take the brief seriously, which you never take researching.
What are you
brief.
talking
gonna
about?
call
I'm
you out.
taking it very
I'm gonna call you out.
seriously.
All right, go
The
on.
one thing I will say that I've appreciated
Call
a lot
her out.
this year
Yeah.
is the prevalence of female artists,
Mm-hmm.
and that's very apparent in my list.
Very
So,
good.
That's good.
in my top 3, which has just been finalized mere seconds ago,
Last votes, yeah.
in no particular order,
Yes.
is Paint the Town Red, Doja Cat.
Yes.
What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish from Barbie. And Pearls
Yes.
from Jessie Ware.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
genuinely, that's like my number one listen song aside from
yeah.
any of the 2022 stuff. Like I was like, and,
Blood,
and
yeah.
Free Yourself is like a
It's
close,
close as well.
a close, but I love Pearls.
Mm-hmm.
But I think those are my top 3 in the sense of, well, one, Paint the Town Red. It's, I guess it's influence in culture, I guess, like what you call it, entertainment at the moment. What Was I Made For? Again, another song from a really killer album, but also taps into, I guess, the psyche of existential crisis and just Billie Eilish, man. Like, Billie Eilish
knows how to make a hit.
knows how to make a hit.
She did a Bond song as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like-
She's your go-to.
Yeah.
So,
And then Pearls is that banger that I've got where it's just,
from that album as
just
well. Yeah.
shake it till
The
the
pearls
pearls
come.
come.
So you guys both basically had not a Billie Eilish, Jessica Ware song, right?
Yes.
Jessie Ware. Did you want to hear the ones that didn't make the
No,
cut? Your honorable mentions.
but then no, no.
Which song did you take out at the last second?
Well, I took 2 out, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
To me, I'm
No,
sorry.
sorry. I took 1 out. I
Yeah.
took Dance the Night Away because you've already said it.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Flowers was also up there to a degree because remember
Was
Flowers came out.
2023 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Which is nuts.
Surprise.
because
Yeah.
They-
It
everyone's-
must have been early in the year.
Everyone said that was the
Yes.
banger of the summer. I'm pretty sure it was released
It was
like
a TikTok banger of the
around
summer.
summertime-ish,
Yeah,
or maybe a
yeah.
bit prior to. There was a whole
It was
lot
very
of hype around
early,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
quite
yeah.
early.
And I had a whole lot of other ones, but
But
you know,
those are the ones that were changed at the very.
very last. Oh, I also
At the
had I'm
finish
Just
line.
Ken.
Okay. That's why you're tossing up a lot of Barbie songs. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Done
All right.
this.
Finally,
Oh, yeah.
Kev.
You know, so look, we did this yesterday. I put the headphones on, went to Spotify, and like you said, like this year, like a lot of a lot of my songs were older years, right? Like
yeah.
I generally didn't feel, and I've got like a mix.
or the end of 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one was generally hard, and there's a lot of recency bias in this one. But like, I think when you think about like when you go through that, you've got to almost go through all the months. Because in different months,
Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean.
love a process. I
There is
love
there is a process here. So in no particular order, I've got Sensational, Chris Brown. Oh, that's a
Oh,
banger.
that's a new
That's
one.
a very new one.
That's a
but
very
I
new one.
really like
And
that one.
In fairness, I
You
can
love
see Ina's face at the cat's face at the moment. It's actually quite
It's
a
a
good song.
banger.
It's
All right,
actually
all right.
quite a good song.
No, it's just like the brief moment where I'm like, Kev and I like music tastes are like on
We're gonna be
completely
different.
different ends. But I respect the list.
Number 2, Daniel Caesar. I can't pronounce this one. Oka Rios. It's the one that I keep on playing.
How does it go?
Girl, I know what you- that's that's the one. So I don't like
Oh,
these
you're my
names are so
saving
random.
grace.
And this one I know you love as well. I can't believe you didn't put it. You clearly didn't think about this very well. But back on 76, Jungle. What a banger! What a banger! All right, what a video clip, by the way. What are you doing?
Swallow your water.
Follow your water.
I'm shocked.
Oh, okay.
I'm aghast.
Okay.
I'm
But you could
So-
not.
yes,
Whatever.
that was an oversight on my end.
Yeah, that was a great song, right? Such a
The
banger.
whole album is great.
So look, when I go into my like thought process, let's go to Daniel Caesar. That whole album, is that his sophomore? That's his second album, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's really strong. But like the only thing I'll say to it is all the songs there. I almost feel like, you know, when they said back in the day, Nickelback, all the Nickelback songs sounded the same. I feel like in this album specifically, they all have that same lo-fi, sleepy, which I like, by the way. That like that that sound.
The integrity and the concept of an album.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lost art form
And
sometimes.
The
funnily enough,
cohesion.
so this album reminded me of Japan because we were doing a lot of Japan planning, and that's when this album got
I
released.
also had other songs that I
So
just remembered.
Daniel
that.
Caesar, this is the most probably random like song in it, but I really liked it. Look, back on 76 Jungle, like when you toggled through, the thing with Jungle is they have all I call it like the Apple advertising
Yeah.
songs, right? Like you're like
Yeah.
how that song is going to be on an ad. It's so upbeat. Like what the hell are they actually saying lyric wise? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
It
It's
sounds
groovy.
good.
It just does not matter. And the video clip, they use the same dances every time, right? They really do. Like, because I have seen it progressively, especially that male protagonist guy. But such a good song. Every time you hear it, it just goes up. And the Chris Brown one, like you're not.
That was a loss. It's a
very
it's
recent
a Stephen
one.
Bradbury
It's
of,
a very
of
recent one.
2023.
But-
But
But you gotta say it's a banger.
it's a banger.
It's a banger, and
a
it's
banger.
following this whole like R&B
Appropriation of African music.
African naja.
Okay,
Call it the
okay.
naja.
yeah.
But
yeah.
anyway,
Okay.
like that was my 3 list. I
Alright.
think, and funnily enough, they're all male. Like, not that I planned it to be, but just actually, back on 76 has female vocals.
It has female vocals, technically. Yeah. I just think that.
Here we go. Here we go.
Did I not tell you, Kat?
Unnecessary hot
Yes.
takes.
Do I choose for the vibe or do I choose for the cultural
Impact.
It's not gonna do anything. It's your own choice. It doesn't have to be about
Because
cultural
it's
impact.
also subjective depending on the day and
I'm
what
sorry,
what
but
playlist
back
I'm
on 76
feeling.
has a lot of cultural
Sure.
impact.
Well, it does because it's pretty much broken jungle. I think to the
Really?
to a degree. Yeah. Remember, we still need to buy tickets to the show.
Here we go. Here we go.
So you know.
Okay.
It's no, I was just saying it's funny because it's like you're sort of like the middle of the Venn diagram
Yes,
that
yes.
is our music taste.
Yes,
Because
yes.
like I haven't heard any of Kev's favorite songs, but look, I'm sure they're great, and I'm sure you love, and like that's cool. So
That's the PG. It's cool, man.
It's a very politically
Choice is
correct
cool,
version.
man. Choice is cool. But
You would have heard Jungle.
I know the album cover. I always see them recommend it to
the
me.
orange.
I
I don't.
haven't listened to it yet.
I've not listened to them,
We need-
but I
we-
know you guys listen
we
to
need to do a
them.
listening party.
All right,
yeah.
maybe after this. Maybe
After this. Yeah.
All right.
What do you got?
All right. Well, that's been music. All right, we're gonna continue down along with entertainment.
Yep.
This time, top 3 movies. All right, let's go reverse order now. This time, especially Kev has an interesting thing to admit, don't you? Talking about meeting the brief.
Okay, listen.
Put him on blast.
So
Call him out.
Again, I went through the process, and I realized I really don't watch a lot of movies. Like in the cinema, definitely I don't.
May I correct?
Yeah, I don't.
You watch a lot of movies,
Just not from this year.
just not from this year.
And when we've invited you, you'll just be like,
no,
I'm good. And so-
Firstly, I'd rather watch Netflix. I'd rather watch at home, but I consume a lot of YouTube. That's all I could do.
The other thing is, let's not forget, it was a pretty crap year for
It was a pretty
movies
pretty
because
ordinary.
of certain circumstances.
Yeah.
I'll explain further, but
Yeah.
that's just 'cause-
Yeah. No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
So
Just
look,
saying.
my
In
list,
comparison.
because of my lack of contribution here, and I wasn't going to make up stuff like that, has only one movie, and even this movie, I'm pretty lukewarm about it. It's the only one I could remember, and 2 TV shows because I just generally didn't have anything. So
Okay.
one,
What do you got?
the movie Mission Impossible: Dead
Yeah.
Reckoning.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nah, that's fair
That
enough.
was a good
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
That's good. Yeah, you watched it.
I mean,
we watched
I
it.
watched
Our
it.
whole family watched it together.
I mean, like Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, Ageless Wonder. It had like all the stunts, blah blah blah.
The train sequence.
Train sequence. Good movie. Okay. So
I
now-
always just think the train sequence. That was
So now,
nuts.
I mean, like, I know you guys will want to contribute when it comes to TV shows as well, but these are my TV shows,
yeah,
and
I feel
I'm
like
sure,
I've been withheld.
I'm
you
sure
know?
we're gonna
Yeah.
intersect if we ever come to it. But The Bear, obviously,
Yep.
Yeah.
for apparent sort of reasons, great, cinematography, great. Okay, even Chance loved The Bear
Yeah.
a lot.
She agrees. She agrees.
Great. Everyone loved The Bear. Like even people that like I cook.
If you haven't watched The Bear, watch The Bear.
On Disney Plus.
on Disney Plus.
Not sponsored.
Could be. It could be. We could have a coupon code. And number
could,
well, I was
eh?
gonna say number 1, but do you remember Beef?
yeah.
Beef was good.
We're a bit lukewarm on the
Oh,
beef now.
really?
No, I like.
No, in
I
the
like
sense
beef.
of the story of it was good. It's just hit some
Behind the
controversy.
scenes, yeah.
You know,
I don't know
Yeah.
controversy. Yeah. Like I do the story, and I think they did a lot with very little. Like it was very story sort of based.
100%.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype for it.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It
A lot of
delivered.
memes. It was good. It was good. Well, that's my top 3 list.
All right, nice. Right, headed to
Oh,
you.
this is too much pressure, and I feel like there's going to be some overlap
Yes,
between us because
Yes.
we frequent the cinema
We-
quite a bit.
Yeah,
Tag team,
we
right?
go to the cinema. quite
And
often
I
together.
also have what you call it. I am also confirming my list right now.
Yes, okay.
Better not have changed it.
With a close, there was a close fourth.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, for-
All right.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
let's go.
In
Let's
no
go.
particular order.
Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna
in
list
order.
it. I'm gonna list it in the order that we watched it.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Hold on. What did we? Oh yeah, we did it that way. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I just think the art form that it
Do the-
takes.
do the
in-
list
oh,
and
sorry,
then
sorry, sorry.
talk about it.
Sorry. So
Across the
Across
Got
the
excited.
Spider-
Got excited.
Across the Spider-Verse,
Yes.
Oppenheimer,
Yes.
and Barbie.
Yes, I thought you were
We
gonna put
can't
that,
escape
yeah.
the phenomena that is Barbenheimer.
Oppenheimer. Whew.
That was literally what was keeping the movies
I
alive
feel like
this
if I'd
year.
watched Oppenheimer, it would have been my list. but
It
yeah,
probably
like-
would be too. We will do that
Yeah.
maybe in the new. Oh, we can do that for Christmas Eve. Actually,
We'll see. We'll see.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you watch-
yeah.
yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Just disclosing our Christmas plans.
Yeah, you know, guys. Yeah,
Education. It's education.
yeah. So Across the Spider-Verse, I think it's just
You love that. Eh? I
It's-
wasn't like.
I think the storytelling that it has constantly that hit a chord with me. The music.
What specifically? Like what specifically about the storytelling in accordingly?
Why are you making
I'm just
me
intrigued.
why are you making me divulge personal?
Okay. It's that deep, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just say in general the character that you connected
Well,
with.
the arc that that happens.
pimple guy?
It's not the pimple guy. It's the Dalmatian guy. This one. The music, the graphics that have been used, the
Yeah.
cast that's in there. I just think that it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It is a bit when you're watching it in the cinema. It's and again, yeah, that's probably my other rubric.
It'd be
in all
very
this.
epileptic, right? Like
Yeah,
intense.
it was like
Yeah.
whoa,
The
whoa, but it's an
experience.
experience, right? The same with Oppenheimer in the sense that it's a long ass movie, but it manages to really build it ever so slowly, and like you're watching everything kind of hit to a climax, and then the aftermath of what happens. Cillian Murphy is going to win Oscars this year or next year.
Let's go.
RDJ should win one as well.
It's gonna be tough, but let's hope so as well.
Just an amazing movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then to palate cleanse that grief and the
serious-
and the what is the meaning of like our existence sometimes, and you know, are we doing the right thing? Let's follow it up with another existential crisis that's covered in pink, glitter, glam. A movie very much of the times. It's you think that there was a how do I say this? You think that you're going in for one thing,
Yes.
but then it just completely subverts the expectation.
Well, they definitely
makes
held
it-
that one well. That
even-
definitely happened.
It kicks what is it? What's the phrase I'm going for here? Hits
Cliches?
the ball. It hits the ball out of the park
Okay.
Yeah.
in all facets. Everyone shines.
Yep.
Everything was like all on fire. Amazing. So
Barbie, 2023's biggest grossing movie so far. Makes sense.
it would be interesting to see what wins best movie of the best film of the
Best
year.
picture.
Best picture. Yeah.
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 It'll be quite. Yeah.
So that's my list. And Kat,
What do you got?
Alrighty. Well, as you were saying, it's like there was some good stuff that did come out in 2023, but I only say that as the person who's probably seen more 2023 stuff.
yes.
Of course, some of which I do need to get you guys to watch when you come over. So
Christmas Eve plans.
yep, just saying. So for me, my top three, also two that overlap
Yep.
with you: Oppenheimer, Across the Spider-Verse, and Past Lives.
I thought you were going to say the other one, but I am pleased that you agree with me on the Spider-Verse one. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Look, Barbie would have been in the top 5, but this is top 3. So going on to your point as well, Oppenheimer. Look, Christopher Nolan. Like, he's one of my favorite directors. It was amazing. It tapped into a lot of stuff with like that of stuff that I studied, like physics and modern history. Like, that's just the perfect like melting pot of just like all these things that I've like read about and studied. It's like, oh, it's being projected on the screen, and it was a really gripping like biopic historical picture. Again, Cillian Murphy, he's been overdue for like a great nomination and role like that. Let's hope he gets the Oscar. Again, even though it's brought in as well, like this return to long form movies as well.
How long was it? 2.5, 2, 3?
2 hours 57 minutes,
3.
something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a slow cooker that will just keep you immersed.
Chauncey agrees.
Yeah, and it keeps you gripped and whatnot. So otherwise, a beautiful movie, and as well because like it was connected with the Barbenheimer sensation, which was
we haven't seen that in a while.
Which was such a great thing to see for cinema.
Yes,
because like we literally went to the cinema twice in 24 hours.
A lot of people.
We were gonna try and do it in a day, but then thought that would be a bit too much. And
because especially when we watched Oppenheimer, we're like, we need to sit in it first.
Yeah. You really need it. It's a lot to absorb.
Yeah.
And then again, the palate cleanser of it all. People say watch Barbie first, then Oppenheimer. We opted the other way around because
you'd want the light anyway.
Yeah,
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Wait, hold on. Cat's not finished yet.
Okay, well, keep that bone. Again, also with Across the Spider-Verse, like such an incredible sequel.
Yes,
and also the setup for what will be the third part. Meant to be apparently next year, but I don't think it's going to be finished in time.
Yeah.
It's an incredible feat in animation, just the heart that went into the story, just the style of it, because as well, Across the Spider-Verse has been, Into the Spider-Verse as well has been pivotal to introducing stories one time you should check out like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem one.
Really?
It's a similar style.
I thought we watched that.
To,
I've seen the
Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, the animation style is similar.
It's very similar, but it's a really fun story as well.
Okay.
So I would recommend that as well.
Is that on Disney? Or?
Otherwise, it's such a solid story, and the fact that we were like, oh, this is the part 2, which is the third movie, is going to be next year. Like I still remember that cutoff, and we were like, they just left us wanting more. They just left us wanting more. And then finally, Past Lives. So this has been like one of the most poignant movies of the year. It was like a film festival darling as well, because it's just such a moving film in terms of like, I won't spoil much because you guys haven't seen it yet.
That's on Netflix, right?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
But soon.
I have seen it
again.
on this.
You can watch. You watch it at our place again.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Because I still remember. So I went to the US back in June, and I remember the movie was out in America, but it wouldn't be out for 2 months in Australia. So I remember saying like to Mom, I'm like, let's go see this while it's here, and then it was just such a great experience to be able to see that in American cinema. And like we cried at the end. It's such a it's just such a beautiful story, really well acted, and as well like huge props to Celine Song. Like she's getting a lot of her recognition as well. And so Asian centric stories as well that we love to see. And otherwise, it's been a very interesting year of 2023.
Can I also say one more thing when we're capping out kind of our perspective on movies this year? Give it up for practical effects coming back.
You.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
in a world full of CGI and doing things in
Like Barbie.
post,
Yeah, Barbie.
the like for example Oppenheimer, the sequences where they're talking about kind of, you know, help me out, Kat, help me out here, sorry,
It's
the
the-
energy, like the particles and stuff moving
Yeah.
around and stuff like
that was recreated.
that was
yeah.
recreated. Like they've literally used, like, I don't know, water and like liquids and stuff like that, filmed it really up close to make it feel like it's
To look
things are
like
exploding
that
or
sort of
whatever it
things.
is. Barbie had literal
Physical
stages,
sets.
physical sets,
Yeah.
and using kind of old school techniques of the what do I call that, Cat? The
Well, yeah, just moving stage
yeah,
stage
the
production.
moving,
and all
yeah,
that,
yeah, things just
So like
moving.
plays.
Yes.
Which is awesome. And then I guess
Also, what was that sci-fi movie that you guys watched with?
The creator.
yeah, so that was my fourth.
Yeah. Yeah.
that was my
It's-
fourth.
yeah.
That was filmed on a pro-consumer camera as well. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't filmed by like
Yeah.
big camera, like your gig cameras.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
know because it looked amazing. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
can I get my bone now?
All right, what is said bone?
My bone is I am shocked because of the amount of hoo-ha that you gave to me about this damn movie when you came back, that Guardians of the Galaxy was not on your list.
It's no, I'm not going to be shaken by that remark.
To be honest, MCU has faltered a bit this year.
Yeah. I think the standard of what we expect, I also think it's, if we look at it from a macro level, as patrons of cinema,
Yes.
Patrons of
Yes.
as patrons of
Sean,
cinema,
are you hearing this?
we
Yes.
are, I think we're at that turning point where superhero movies aren't going to cut it because it's the
Yeah, but you
term-
liked it about the story though.
I did like the story too, but there's the other three were just better.
Yes. Yes.
And one of them is a super. One of them is a
it's a superhero.
is one of them is a
in
superhero.
Animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, let's be real. All of them are superheroes in their own right, in some way.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
When you live long enough to see yourself become
Become
the
the
villain,
villain.
and you know.
Okay,
So yeah.
Bonus.
Wow, that's for all of them.
Okay, hold up. Bonus content. So you have to think on your feet. What was singular? And
The
I'll
worst?
start. This is the worst. Surely, yeah, the worst, most disappointing movie for you.
All right.
Let me start.
I've got two.
No, hold on. How the hell you have two? This is
I've got two.
Okay, I've one. Look,
All right, you.
Creed 3. Not that I expected a lot.
Oh, that's
but
my
like,
third one. That was bad.
2 hours of my life I'm never getting back.
Michael B. Jordan, we love you, baby, but that was not good.
Let it direct. I think the one that the visual that nailed it for me was like the final fight scene. And you had those graphics. Remember when like
It was very anime.
the hell was that?
He loves anime.
He
Yeah.
loves anime, and you respect him for his choices,
No,
but
I
it
don't.
just didn't
Actually don't.
translate. It just didn't translate.
Anyway, Creed 3.
And
You?
I'm getting my letterbox out, but you say
Okay,
your.
can I say my? Can I
Say
say
one.
Oh, I'll say one.
Yeah.
Not that I was intending to watch it, but you know, we're in a state of analysis paralysis and trying to figure out what we want to watch, and so you give things a go. Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
Indiana Jones,
I wasn't that bad.
Dial of
It
Destiny.
wasn't that bad.
What the hell was that?
It wasn't that good.
It
but-
was five. It was a 5-part story trying to be squished into 3. The standard 3 plot
Beats,
beats
yeah.
of a.
Acts.
I mean, it got
story.
better. It got better. At the
What? What
a,
do you?
a little bit better.
In what world are you talking about? It
At
getting
least
better?
Creed got worse. Like, so at least it got a little bit better. Creed got really worse.
The only reason why I'd be watching is for Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Because I'm not really into Indiana Jones. I respect
You
Harrison.
got forced to watch it.
I respect Harrison Ford. I did. Thank you for stating that.
Marisol Bliss.
But like, no.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard.
And
Okay, you know what? That's a
Okay,
recency bias.
okay.
Like, what's your second one? I'm just intrigued to hear.
it's also recency bias though.
What is it?
Haunting in Venice.
Oh, no, that was all right. Okay, move on. Now you're just hating for the sake of it.
We've had these
Just
discussions
hating
off
for the
camera
sake of
as
it,
well.
man. Move on.
Okay.
What you got,
Okay.
Kat?
Well, I'll just name one. This
Yeah.
one's more of a deep cut movie because it was in the festival circuit as well.
Yeah.
But I'll just say Fingernails. That's the Riz Ahmed, Jesse Buckley, Jeremy Allen White movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not. It was pretty disappointing. I remember, what did I say in my review? I just said, such a talented cast for a bland and airy screenplay. It was just, it really crumbled.
You know it's real when you're citing Letterboxd.
Yeah, I literally had to go to my letterbox just to see what was my most disappointing movie.
There's facts and there's statistics involved, guys.
Because I actually like put it in and logged it in. Because I was excited at first for it because of the cast that was in it, but otherwise it's just the story was really of no substance. It just lost, like the ending was just not satisfying. I wouldn't recommend watching it, to be honest.
Despite at least two killer actors,
being in it. Like I think they just went in it for the artsy fartsy of it all.
Gotta do it.
But it didn't hit.
It did not hit.
Didn't hit. All right, that's been entertainment for this year. All right, let's head into what we are going to say is our top news item of the year.
News story, news arc, news angle.
All right, let's start with you, Kev, this time.
On the hot seat. Well, for me, I think we've seen it like almost. If I were to put a percentage of like the episodes this year, it had to it had to be in 20% or more episodes. It started and
You
we
see
ended
my
with it.
face and the progression of my face and showing interest in this.
In live.
2023
Real
for me,
time.
the biggest like ongoing narrative was just AI. Like the inclusion of AI in like basically like the pop culture and ether, from the drama recently with OpenAI. Like that stuff is just nuts to have like all these really smart people playing like Succession or Hunger Games with each other to try and like who owns the company. That to Elon Musk launching Grok, to just simply AI to be so mainstream in like content and in the public sort of universe where people are now having real conversations. And to be honest, at the back end of it, I got a bit bored, not bored of it, but you hear so much of it, like, and I often wonder like these conversations that were happening about, people losing jobs and stuff like that, to what degree and when are we going to start feeling it? But definitely this year for me, 2023, I mean, it was back end of last year that ChatGPT as a concept was like was shared, right? I think it was November, December, and it's just gone from strength to strength. Like now everyone the irony is AI as a concept is not new, right? It's just now it's like now there are companies there,
the implications,
individuals, and people are all kind of scared. And like at one time it was the back chat for a lot of like lunches and conversations that I had. So definitely for me, 2023 was the year and the introduction of AI.
It's true. It has been up and down
across a lot of things, entertainment as well,
business.
like
Yes.
business.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
The robots will come.
they are. Exactly. They are. They're already here. They're already here.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna hop on as well with AI. So AI, in terms of how it came across to entertainment, especially. So of course, my big news item, which I've covered across many episodes this year as well, was the WGA SAG strike, which was it filled out a lot of this year. After the first strike happened in 2007, 2008, and then we come to see it again because especially straight after like the streaming age and of how writers and actors were getting worked to the bone for because now with the rise of streaming services, it's changed the game in terms of how shows are made, how much is like going into production and whatnot. And then, of course, that came to like a halt in the terms of writers and actors putting their feet down to be like, we want to get what we're worth, especially in terms of a lot of the issues were getting residuals, AI using their work, using their likeness. And so otherwise, they went on strike for quite a few months. Eventually, and it's caused this chain effect in terms of we're going to be seeing a lot of shows and movies at the moment that are going to be delayed that were meant to be slated for either this year or next year, and so now they've been pushed a little further. So especially for like Marvel, for instance, we're only going to be getting like one Marvel official MCU movie next year, which is Deadpool, because the
That's
others.
all they need, to be honest.
Yeah,
Thank goodness
Yeah.
they've got that now. They can call that,
after
right?
this
Like, can
after this
you-
year, after this year it's been rough, but it's like they need to sort of go back to the drawing board in terms of superhero fatigue is a whole other thing, but of course it's especially for writers and actors being able to get what they're worth, and as well that has led as well to other sort of union movements. So for example, VFX workers,
Yes.
like they should have been getting their due as well for a very long time. 'cause they've
Animators
been-
is going to be another one. coming
Animators
up.
is going to be next year because they're going to be working out a new contract next year.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not getting good terms, we might be expecting a strike as well for animators.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a big thing. But otherwise, obviously a lot of people have seen it through the year. A lot of people being like, why are they going on strike? But it's super important because
Same as any other occupation.
any occupation, any sort of union, it's just honestly that they have to get the respect and the money that they deserve. Because Hollywood is glitz and glamour, you'll all say, but there are the people who are really in the trenches of trying to do what they love, trying to create what they love for
And what people want
all
to see.
viewers, for audiences getting their chances. And as well, because I followed this story very closely because as someone who will hopefully like to go into that industry one day as a writer, it's just heartening to see, especially that we eventually got a resolution. They got their contract, they got the terms that they wanted from the AMPTP. And otherwise, it's like this will open up hopefully a better horizon in terms of for writers and actors in the next upcoming years, hopefully. So that's been my news item for this year.
Here.
Here. And
Okay.
finally,
My top news for 2023 is Asian domination.
What the hell?
It's
It's a BAU thing, isn't it? I'm confused.
well, like we started off in the year, and yes, this is now showing to the fact that I haven't properly researched everything, but calling out a couple of things.
Here we go. Chance.
Everything Everywhere All at Once Oscar sweep.
Was that 2022?
award season.
That
yeah.
was 2023 for 2022, but it happened
they won at the
this
start of the year. Yes.
That was breaking the the bamboo ceiling and all of that jazz.
I just heard about that this year. That's the biggest.
India landing on the moon.
Yeah,
Yes.
baby.
Yeah.
We got that, baby.
Like it just feels in
I know you better follow up his net with his name next. Oh no, keep going. Vivek.
sure.
that is Asian
Sure,
season.
sure.
That is
No,
Asian season.
that's actually
huge.
that is huge. Yes. I think the representation in a year where it is really dire,
Yeah.
and like a lot of I was doing some research quickly and the top news of the year, depending on which region, Australia, globally, etc.
yes.
It's just calamity after disaster after everything. So it's really nice to see, I guess, some good news come through.
Yes.
And celebrating still great news, because it's just hard to think. It's always hard to think of when you hear news. It's always going to be something that's bad,
Yes.
as opposed to good. So
Yes.
I just thought that was a good.
Indian Asian talk.
that was a good.
Come on, Charles.
Well, yes, in general representation within the
Yeah.
Asian demographic.
Striving
it's
for
on the
excellence,
rise. It's on the
you know?
rise. I mean, well, because if you want to
Simu as well. Was
if you want to
involved
go further,
Yeah,
yeah, with
sure.
entertainment, because beef, all
Yeah,
Asian.
beef was great. Yeah, that's what I was actually.
all
That's what.
Asian,
Yeah.
what I mentioned,
was an
past lives
Asian
as
Excellence
well.
Award.
Yeah.
Asian director, writer, mostly Asian cast. Yeah, it's legitimately they're doing very well.
Is
What's
it
happening?
like there was a sport thing that happened as well?
Talking about the cricket World Cup.
It was no, but Australia won that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But there was like some other sport news. See, like of course I've not done my homework in this regard, but that's. But you know what? Asian domination. That's all it needs to be said.
That's the general feel.
That's
the
the yes,
general-
yes,
general
yes,
celebration.
Yes,
General
yes.
gist of it.
Very good. Very
Asian
good.
domination. Was
Okay. Alrighty. Let's go with the final topic. We're gonna go with who have you deemed the most influential person of the year? All right,
good. Start with her.
Okay.
Okay.
Put her on the hot
Yes.
seat.
So
I want to see this one.
okay,
Yes.
so
Shake it.
I thought about it, right? Where I was thinking,
But
like,
not say
what,
Beyonce.
what is influence? What is you know, when we think about the most important person or whatever it is, right? It's always going to be somebody that's deemed to be of high acclaim in like business,
Yep.
entertainment, sport, whatever it is, right? And there's no shade on that whatsoever. I guess in light with my comments just prior to this, I think the people of 2023 is literally just people surviving at this point of time. And when I'm talking about people survivors specifically, we're talking about some of the hurricanes that have happened this year, the earthquakes that have happened in Turkey. We're talking about obviously what's happening in Palestine, Israel. We're talking about Ukraine and Russia still ongoing. It's I'm pretty sure there's some bad stuff that's happening in Africa as well at the moment.
Yes, Sudan. Congo.
It just feels like I know I just said like celebrating good news, but using this platform to, I guess, highlight and bring to the forefront the importance of, I guess, there's people that are going through much worse situations than anything that we could ever possibly think of in our lifetime, in our own circles, right?
Yes.
So it's, I guess, my way of saying it's one, introspection, to be thankful for, I guess, where like what position we're in, what we have at the moment, but then to also think about how we can help people who need help. And this is not about virtue signaling or anything like that, right? It's just genuinely, if we're trying to place awareness and prominence on something, that's where I've decided to go with. So I'd love to see you have a hot take on that, Kev, but
It's not the brief. That's my hot take. That's all right.
But still.
TV and film, when we already talked about how we're wanting to do TV, but
Yes.
anyway.
That's all right.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's me.
Yes.
Very nice.
Kat?
Importance. Okay. Importance to those people. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go into entertainment again. So one of the most influential people, I think, in terms of just how successful their year was in entertainment in general, I would say Pedro Pascal.
Yep.
He had a big year.
Pedro Pascal, look, he had Last of Us, he had Mandalorian season 3. Like at this point, if you don't know him, like you must be living under a rock. The real ones remember him as Oberyn Martell.
Yep.
Season 4 Game of Thrones. And then since then, he's deservedly...
And Narcos as well.
And
To be
Narcos,
honest, that's
yeah.
where I...
Narcos happened after Game of Thrones, though.
Or I think it was around the same
No, it
time.
was around he was in the
around the
really
same-
early ones.
Yeah.
I think
Like
it
the
was
first
before.
season or so.
Dum, dum, dum.
It was good. Narcos
But
was
yeah, otherwise, like, it's
I
been...
really felt like, side note, I
Yeah.
need to say this. I really feel like I should have gone at the end as opposed to the start, but anyway.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Well, that's just because Kev put you in the hot seat.
Yeah, I know,
Um,
right?
So it's okay. It's
Pedro
okay.
Pascal's done well for himself.
Hasn't he?
Yes, it's very good for him. He got to host SNL. Like
One of the
it's-
better episodes this season.
Yeah, one of the more solid ones. Yes, and then showed solidarity as well at the strikes. It's like you love to see it for him.
Representation, too.
Representation, yes.
Let's see, Mexican.
Latin X Chilean.
Chilean?
Chilean, yeah. Yeah, otherwise he's such a great actor, charming personality. You see him in any interview with any actor, it's great, especially like the actors on actors, like when he was with Kieran Culkin in that round table. Still the most memorable one of this year. But otherwise, yeah, Pedro Pascal's my
Papi.
person of the
Very
year.
good. And a great provider of gifts.
Papi.
How was that? How was that the gift that we took over the one? Take your kind of the movie like him and Nicolas Cage. Come on, man.
Oh,
that gift.
yeah. Unbearable.
kind of music.
Yeah.
We need to do like a bonus round for GIF of the year, like or meme of the year.
starts going through your phone. So what's your most used gift?
Ooh,
All right, finally,
that's true.
Kev.
Finally.
Capitalism wins.
I'm definitely pro capitalism. So this one, you guys won't pick it at all. But my most influential person of 2023 is Jason Momoa. No,
What the hell
I'm
is
joking.
that?
I'm joking. It's Elon Musk. It has to be Elon Musk. I'm sorry. Like,
I was waiting for the techie.
I know. I was just like,
no, but like, if you think about it, Elon Musk.
I don't think about it.
That's your problem. That's the problem.
We only think about it when we're in this room and you brought us
That's
in.
the problem. This is what I have to deal with. Elon Musk is the usher of like the tech world. In that, like, I'll tell you the intersection. Name a guy that like
Elon.
name a guy whose influence
X.
extends towards
Watch this.
whose influence extends towards tech, pop culture, AI, like consumer vehicles. Like he's had like a massive year, and I think he's just gonna have like a
Audience,
bigger
just
year.
remember what I said just mere minutes ago.
No, Elon Musk has had a pretty big year, and you know, as we move towards heading to Mars, come on, Chauncey will come on Mars with me. He's gonna,
Oh, big stretch, baby girl.
he's gonna have an even bigger year. But you're right, like that. For everyone, like their view of like most influential people are going to be quite sort of different. But I think he's had a massive year. I kind of had like Vivek there, but like I think it's quite niche. But I think next year the American candidates are going to be pretty up there. We need a good American candidate.
Okay.
We don't need a good American.
We do. There's too many things going on.
I mean, like,
They've got-
yeah,
they've got-
Define good for starters. That's the thing.
That's the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, that's been our episode for this week. And well, the last episode.
And the
for
last
year.
episode of the year, it's been well, like, what's your favorite moment of the podcast? Come on, let's get you.
Wait, hold on. Kat, you go first. Let me think about this. Let me go through the Rolodex.
For the favorite moment. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
wait, what was that sport called?
Oh,
The rugby one.
the boat,
Yeah.
motor boating.
That's the one that first comes to mind. Put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was pretty funny.
Fair enough. Well, I was gonna do a toss up even between when I first joined
Yeah.
or just talking about being a zillennial.
It was pretty controversial, actually, as well.
That's up there. Finally, Kev.
Well, we've had a lot of moments, but I think behind the scenes, I don't have a third camera, so you're not going to see it. Was the one where Chance like lost the plot and she was attacking me while you guys were talking. And
Yes.
His dog
Yes.
lost it.
And then I had to keep talking, and you were just like,
That's
keep,
her. That's her. Take her.
Our
Take her to
mascot-
jail.
our mascot,
Our
little
biggest
girl.
fan. But
Yeah.
like, it's 2023. It's been a great year. We began the podcast this year with like no expectations. Kat joined us, and like we've just started. It's very humble. It's very small at the moment, but you know,
It's fun.
it's fun
Fun.
and to
It's-
bigger and better things in 2024, which should be a big year.
Thanks to everyone who has subscribed, who has followed us in
Yes.
this journey so far, who
Yes.
has given us some feedback or some insights or some just, good vibes as
And
well.
just giving,
Or just vibes.
watching.
Not even good vibes.
Yeah, just watching, checking in on our videos. Otherwise, until leading in through next year, don't forget to like and comment on this video. You can comment on our lists, call out anyone in particular. if you
Tell
want
us
to.
your
politely
list.
at least.
Tell us
It's
your
the
list.
holidays. Do it
Tell us your
politely.
list.
Politely at
By
least.
the way, we didn't tell about the Christmas theme.
Oh,
I feel like that was
I thought that was
self-explanatory.
very apparent,
I don't know. I
but,
actually don't think-
We opted for Christmas colors this episode, basically.
we said that at our Christmas party.
yeah. Which is very yummy. Otherwise, like, comment,
This guy.
share this video to your friends and family. Also, look
Tell
out,
us your list.
yeah, comment below politely as well. I'm just going to reinforce politely. Good vibes, guys. And also look out for Spotify. You can listen to this episode as well. But otherwise, have a very good Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, guys. Thanks for watching.
See you in
guys.
the new year for some more
Bye.
exciting stuff. Bye.
Bye.